Don't be a newbie. Don't run into the exact same mistakes that everybody makes. Hey, I'm Carrie. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the very first time. All around, welcome. I'm Carrieblogger, a career freelancer on Fiverr.com, where I've been selling as a Fiverr Pro verified copywriter for about the past 8.5 years. And in today's Freelance Friday videos, I am going through again that list of 5 most common mistakes that I see everybody across the board making. It is like the instant first trip up where people go wrong and then they can't build a sustainable business and inevitably quit. But before we get into that, we have to announce this week's Blogger of the Week. If you'd like to be the Blogger of the Week, just like Angela Ambrose, all you have to do is drop a comment down below and you might get picked. Let's get into it. I am so stoked on this topic. It's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, but have had to think about how to frame. Number 1, you're probably not setting up your profile completely. And I mean literally completely. This video is going to be lots of harsh truths in here, but the harsh truth to start is that there's probably not an audience banging down your door, demanding the services that you're offering. Yes, people probably have a need for them. If you're choosing a niche that actually has an audience built in, but people are not waiting for you specifically. So you've got to work for it. You've got to put in the effort and attention and professional huzzah to stand out. Use all of the resources allotted to you and make sure that you're taking advantage of everything that you can. If that's on a platform like Fiverr or Upwork or wherever else you're selling, Contra, LinkedIn, I don't know, Craigslist, make sure that every single box you can tick, you are. Every single photo you can upload, you are. Every single video you can explain who you are and what you do it. All of those SEO tags, every single thing, use it. Another mistake that freelancers commonly make, this one didn't make the list, but it's worth mentioning. A lot of freelancers don't prioritize their mental or physical health. For physical health, we've got to talk about today's video sponsor, One Compress. One Compress compression gloves hug your hands with wraparound compression so you can instantly feel increased blood flow and support. It literally only takes a few minutes to feel a difference, and One Compress has helped a lot of people find relief with hand pain related to arthritis, tendinitis, or just general overuse, like using your keyboard all day long. So if you want to help prevent and or relieve hand pain, definitely check out One Compress. Visit onecompress.com and use the code CARRIE15 to save 15% on your first purchase of any product. The link is on the screen, in the video description, and in the pinned comment down below. Thanks to One Compress for sponsoring this video, and thanks to you for helping to support my channel. Continuing on in our list, big mistake number 2 is being way too vague and broad. Well, you might think, Carrie, that mistake is too vague and broad. I know, but it's true. When I read people's descriptions or titles or packages and I think, I'm confused, I think you're confused. If you don't know exactly what you do and how to pitch that, then there's no way that anyone else is going to understand it. You'll also never be found. People won't know what to search for. You're not going to show up in search. Be specific, pick a niche, and carve out a place for yourself in a smaller area of attention. No one is going to find you if you're just floating in the middle of a vast ocean saying, I will write a blog post on any topic. But someone might notice you if you're splashing around in a small pool saying, I will write a blog about health and wellness topics because I'm an essential oils expert. Boom, you did it. You found a niche, you found a purpose. You're not making that mistake. Number 3 is underpricing / confusing pricing. Back to that smaller pool point I was just talking about, right? We don't just want to be floating around in the ocean. If you're going to get attraction and attention, you've got to be in a smaller pool all by yourself. So why would you voluntarily put yourself up against in direct competition with the most number of people? The most number doesn't make any sense. The most people, the biggest number of people. So if every other beginner out there is charging $5 or $10 because they think that that's the only way they're gonna snag a sale is just to bare bones price it, and you also do the same bare bones pricing, then there's like nothing differentiating you. You can charge anything you want. If you wanna charge $5, great, go for it. If you wanna charge $150, great, go for it. The hard part is, you've got to prove to the customer why you are worth either of those price points. And you run into problems either way. If you're charging $5, but everything about you says that you should be charging $150, people are thinking, oh my God, this expert artisan creator, I want to work with them. Huge red flag. Why is this only $5? This makes me think that something is up. Same idea on the other side. If you're charging $150, but the work you put in, the samples you're posting, the amount of professionalism that you're generally putting out into the world is really showing a $5 kind of vibe. That's a huge discrepancy. Hear me out. Charge the pricing you're worth and make it make sense. I don't have a perfect solution for that. You've got to do that soul searching on your own. Big mistake number 4 is making generic promises. Again, you're going to say, but Carrie, that mistake sounds so generic. I know, but it's all over the place. Everyone's doing it. If you sound just like anyone else, the customer is just going to pick from anyone else. It's that like copy paste template of how to describe what you do. You'll find people saying, this is how you write a pitch. And then it's exactly that. And everyone's doing exactly that. All the writers that aren't successful, and even some that are saying no plagiarism. All of the logo designers who aren't successful, and some that are saying creative ideas. All of the songwriters who are not successful, and some that are saying sounds great. That doesn't say anything special. It doesn't say why they need to work with you. So don't just define the basic, bare bone, fundamental, no one gives a shit facts about your services. You need to define you, who you are, the experience, the service, the credibility, the experience, the style, whatever it is that they literally can't get anywhere else. And number 5, a big one. And it like makes me because I see so much potential in a lot of people, especially the freelancers that I'm consulting with one-on-one, that they're hiring me for advice. I'm telling them exactly what to do. I'm giving them that game plan. And I check back in with them down the road and they've just failed to commit. They've failed to polish. They've failed to just dive in and give it their all. And I can't help with that. Like, that's one of the biggest mistakes that I see freelancers make. And it's hard. It's really hard. I get it. Here's another harsh truth. Most of the freelancer profiles that I see across the board look like the people don't care. Whether they do or not, whether you do or not, what you're putting out into the world might look like you don't care. Because if I'm seeing a pile of services that all look like unrelated, tangled, unfinished messes, then that's what your head looks like. I'm intrinsically worrying that the delivery you would send me would also be kind of impulsive, kind of scrappily put together. Maybe things don't connect. Maybe things aren't cohesive. They don't make sense. Maybe your skills are too frazzled and fried and not deep enough in one area that I can't trust that you're really going to be the expert that I could rely on for exactly what I'm purchasing. I see a lot of people get so excited about the potential and they dive in and they're so excited and they see all this stuff and they're watching all my videos and they're commenting on, oh, I'm gonna get started. And they get about 3 steps into the process and then they get frazzled and fried and burn out. And that's it. And I'm sure that many of them think, well, I'll just start with this. I'll just put this kind of half-assed pitch out into the world and see what happens. And if it takes off, then I'll put the time into it to really make it professional. But that would be kind of like going into a job interview wearing sweats and saying, well, if I get the job, then I'll get dressed and then I'll make a good first impression. Then I'll try. No one's going to see you as a good fit for the position until you prove that you will be a good fit for the position. You have to push forward the view of what people are going to expect and get excited about long before they ever decide to either hire you, sign a contract, or place an individual order. Like I said, it's really hard. I get it, but that's why it's on this list of the top 5 mistakes that almost all beginner freelancers make. And you can do something different. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you are still here, you know you are my actual hero. I say this every time, but I really do mean it. Thank you so much. If you're interested in consulting with me one-on-one as your freelance advisor and expert, I can point out those mistakes and missteps that you're making that are not just this generic list, but are specific to you. As always, remember that you are worth so much more than your workload. And let's get back to work.